Recently, I learned that there are homeless veterans, and they are in the numbers that I find totally shocking. So when I learned that Imagine Housing had taken on 2 projects, Andrews Glen and Francis Village, which will in total house 30 homeless veterans, I just said, I've got to get involved.
We have been able to develop Andrews Glen and Francis Village in direct response to the specific needs on the east side.
It's particularly noteworthy that the communities, the businesses, and individuals have been able to provide support to Imagine Housing during a difficult period leading up to the opening of Andrews Glen in September 2011 and Francis Village just this March.
It was over 5 years ago now that our region came together and declared our shared goal of ending homelessness. We've now built hundreds of units, and the 60 today are a magnificent testament to the shared commitment of this community.
We were able to pursue funding and achieve funding for 2 incredible projects. We are so proud to have executed these projects on time and significantly under budget, such that we were able to ultimately reduce, and in the case of Andrews Glen, even eliminate all of the private debt on the property and give back some money to the public funders.
You know, veterans are very grateful that I've spoken with, that they have a home, they have a place to lay their head. But that's not adequate. They need more than that. They need to map out a future that does not once again lead to homelessness.
We believe really strongly at Imagine Housing that residents should have choices about what their goals are in life and what kind of services they receive. So at Andrews Glen and Francis Village, our staff work very hard at talking to residents, building relationships, and finding out what their goals in life are.
A lot of people who are exiting homelessness, they need to know that there is more than just housing provided. So you have a roof over your head, you have a permanent home, but you know, I still need help getting a job. I still need help accessing a food bank. I still need help, you know, finding out how I can get help to pay my rent because, you know, I lost my job. It's so important to provide these services on site, just like the kids' activities, adult activities, and community meals, because they create a sense of community. And that sense of community is what helps this building become more than just a building, but a home for everybody who lives here.
The goal of this organization has always been to create properties where people can be proud to live. They can feel good about themselves, that they're well designed, they're attractive, they're in the midst of a community.
For the 10 homeless units available at Andrews Glen that were not dedicated to homeless veterans, we had 99 people apply during the initial 2-month lease-up period. That means 10 times more families were in need of those units than we had units to give them. That's unacceptable. That means that we need continued vigilance, continued support, so we can build more housing, offer more services, partner with more providers to truly meet the need on the east side.
We're very fortunate to live in a community that takes veteran homelessness seriously and that has an organization like Imagine Housing to help put an end to it.
It's one unit at a time, it's one family at a time, it's one meal, one laugh, one shared moment of support, neighbor to neighbor.
I remember a conversation with one of the formerly homeless veterans who said, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I just go turn on and off the light switch. I turn on the water and turn it off, and I can't believe that this is my home.